So, I just got done watching Courtney Kemp's live stream, and she said quite a few things that really made me have pretty much increased my excitement for the next episode, for episode 8. One of those is that there's going to be a big death. She said specifically a big death. So one of the big characters is going to die. I don't know who. I obviously no one knows who, apart from the actors and the writers, Courtney Kemp herself, etc. But as viewers, we don't know who yet. And yeah, she said it's going to be a big death. So that implies it's going to be one of the big characters. First of all, let's look at who's safe. We know Tariq is safe because he's the main character. We know that Rashad Tate is safe because he's going to be in his own spin-off called Influence. So we know he's safe. And we know Effie is safe. Why do we know Effie's safe? Because Courtney Kemp said that season 3, we're going to get a lot more of a backstory for Effie. So that pretty much hints that she's safe. So those 3 are safe. Those 3 are not going to die in episode 8. Effie, Tariq, and Tate. Safe. So that leaves all the other what other big characters do we have? We've got Monet, Lorenzo. Monet and Lorenzo, I don't know. I don't know. It could happen. With Monet, I think she'll survive. I don't think she'll die this episode 8. I think she'll survive because I still think they've got a lot more story to that. I still think they're developing her story a bit more. So I don't see Monet dying. Lorenzo, there's a higher chance of him dying. Yeah, I think there's a high chance of him dying than Monet. Now let's go to the kids. Now we've got Drew. Again, chances of him dying. It could happen. He did get shot last season. But I don't see Drew dying right now. I think they've still got a lot of his character's still evolving and developing. We've still got a lot more plots and storylines for him. So I don't see Drew dying. I don't see Drew dying. And Courtney Kemp said something about characters in a previous live stream. She said something about characters earning their death, meaning that a character has to do something, like has to mess up in some kind of way for them to die. Drew hasn't done enough to earn his death, in my opinion. So I don't think Drew will die. Kane, on the other hand, though, I think there's a decent chance of him dying, Kane, because he's made a lot of mistakes. Not one or two, many mistakes throughout season 1 and in season 2. And he's making enemies. The more enemies you make, the more likely you are to die in power. We see that. He's made an enemy out of Tariq. So it wouldn't surprise me if Kane dies. That won't shock me. I'm not saying it will happen. I'm not even predicting it. I'm just saying it wouldn't shock me. If Kane dies, it wouldn't surprise me if Kane dies. Or if Lorenzo dies, because I mentioned Lorenzo earlier. In terms of Diana, I know she went against Monet's word, and her and Monet are not seeing eye to eye at the moment, and I did a video on that as well, that Diana's had enough of Monet. And I think the title of the video was Diana notices that Monet's slipping and she's had enough, something like that. And I went into detail. This was around the time, I think this was before episode 5. I made that video around episode 4, and I was talking about how Diana's going to be a lot more rebellious as the episodes go by, and that's exactly what we've seen, really. And I mentioned other points about Diana and Monet and how their relationship is going to be. So if you want to have a look at that video, then I'm going to put the link for that in the description. But I don't think Diana's done enough to earn her death. I don't think she's done enough to earn her death, in my opinion. So I think she'll survive. That leaves now, who else? Lauren, she's making mistakes too. So with Diana, I think it will surprise me if she dies. It will kind of shock me. Lauren, it won't, because as we saw in the trailer, Jenny Sullivan said that something about, is Lauren safe? Is Lauren Baldwin safe? And on top of that as well, she wore the wire. She wore that wire as well, and she's been an informant for the feds and things like that. But with Lauren, her lack of street smarts could easily get her killed, because although she's not intentionally betraying Tariq, and she does have good intentions for Tariq, like she actually thought that she was protecting Tariq and keeping him out of jail by wearing that wire. But unbeknownst to her, she was actually, like, it actually helped Tariq. I mean, unbeknownst to her, like, because she wore the wire, Tariq said what he said. That's what allowed the feds to have a search warrant for Tariq, and it contributed to his arrest. Obviously, she didn't know that it would. She thought it would do the opposite. She thought it would keep Tariq safe, but again, her naivety is her biggest downfall, and it won't surprise me if that causes her death. So with Lauren, I think there's a possibility she could die. Who else are we left with now? We got who else we got? We got Mecca again. He's playing a dangerous game. It could be a smart game, but I don't know. It's a dangerous game. What he's doing. Go and see. Kane still doesn't know that well, no one knows really. No one in the Tejada family knows that Mecca and Dante are the same person, and that Mecca, aka Dante, is Zeke's dad. No one knows that for sure. The only person that is suspecting it, and I think we'll find out next episode, is Diana, because she saw the text from D on Monet's phone, and Zeke told Diana that Zeke did tell Diana that some guy called Dante Spears is claiming to be his dad and all that stuff. So Diana's gonna put 2 and 2 together and maybe think, is that the same person in Monet's phone? So, and Diana's a smart girl. She's smartening up. She's smartening up. So I think she's gonna find out next episode. And we kind of see that. They kind of hinted at in the trailer anyway. But I don't know. In terms of Mecca being killed though, I'm not sure. That one I'm not sure. Again, it won't surprise me though. It won't surprise me. But I don't think he's done enough right now to earn his death. But I don't know. I think I've covered. I think that's all the main characters, all the big headers I've covered. There might be someone. I think there's someone I've left out though. Oh, imagine it's Yasmin that dies. Damn, that would be crazy. That would be mad. And Courtney Kemp did say that I think she said that something about the last scene. It's gonna make you, if you've got water in your mouth, like it's gonna make you spit it out, because it's gonna be shocking what happened in that last scene. So Yasmin dying, would it be that? I doubt it. But that would be insane if Yasmin dies. But I don't think that will happen. No, I don't think it will. And Brayden, that's the one character that I've forgotten about. Brayden, again, I think they've still got a lot of character development with him. His character's got a lot of potential. So I don't see Brayden dying right now. Yeah, I don't see Brayden dying right now. But anyway, I think I covered all the main characters. The characters that I think that there's a chance, that there's a decent chance could die, I would say are Lorenzo and Mecca, Kane, and Lorenzo, Mecca, Kane. Would I say Drew? Did I say Drew? Nah, not Drew, nah. Lorenzo, Mecca, Kane, and Lauren. I would say those 4 are the characters where I think potentially could die. I think it will be one of those 4 characters are gonna die. Yeah. And after episode 8, we'll revisit this and we'll see if I was right with my prediction. But I think one of those 4 characters will die. Either Lorenzo, Mecca, Kane, or Lauren. Yeah, I think one of those 4 will die. But we'll see what happens anyway. It's crazy. We'll see what happens. But guys, I want to hear what everyone else is thinking in the comment section. Who do you guys think the character that dies will be? Who do you think it will be, and why? But that's it for this video. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and until next time.